Welcome back to our Ultimate Football Guide Borderland football preview for the second consecutive year, guys. We did UTEP, we did New Mexico State. Now the part I'm most excited for, our high school football preview. Joining us from 9 Overtime in the Coda Zone podcast, Ed Stansbury, Jason Flores. So glad to have you guys back as a team for the second consecutive year. Ed, your 9th year on the show. Jason, your 2nd year as a full-time member. Just talk about a little bit your time on the show and how excited you are for this upcoming season, guys.
Well, first, let me take this, Jay. I can't believe 9 years being on the show. It's been so much fun. I can't believe how fast time has gone. But to talk about all the players, all the teams, all the coaches here in the Sun City, and catch all the highlights on Friday night with you guys, man, it's been fun.
For sure. I mean, it's my 2nd year, even though I feel like I've been around for 10 to 12 years. But it's exciting to see El Paso growing. We're getting deep into the playoffs. It's exciting to see every year.
Jason, I know you already mentioned 2nd year back. Last year was a fun one. Let's start this off. Just what was something from last year that you noticed that you're looking forward to seeing this year again here in El Paso?
Sam, there's a lot of underclassmen that make it very exciting. And the good thing is that there's running backs, quarterbacks, or offensive guys. I'm excited to see what they're going to bring in 2023.
Ed, let's get into a little bit of our district previews. Obviously, District 1 6A, I think across the state of Texas, is a little bit known for how difficult it is. You start in week 3 with your district season because there's so many teams, 9 teams in that district. What are you looking for from that district? Obviously, Pebble Hills won it last year and brings a lot back, but Eastwood and Franklin seem to be pretty solid as well.
Yeah, and for me, it's a toss-up, but you look at the teams in the 6A, the teams that are going to do really well are teams that have veteran quarterbacks. You look at Pebble Hills and Gael Ochoa, he's a returning veteran. Shea Smith, you have Evan Mijares from Eastwood. Look for all of those teams to really do well when they make their run this year in 6A.
Obviously, Jason, in Class 5A, we have 2 divisions here, 5A Division 1, 5A Division 2. In that big 5A district, Del Valle has kind of been the powerhouse for a long time. Do you see anybody challenging them in Division 1? And then in 5A Division 2, Canutillo has reigned supreme over the last couple of years. Who might be challenging them this year?
Yeah, that's a good question, Colin. In Division 1, I don't really see too much of a challenge for Del Valle. They got a brand new quarterback coming up. Jesse Ramos left. So it's going to be a challenge for that team. But in Division 2, listen, Canutillo does a great job getting prepared every year. But Chapin this year is saying, hold on one second, because we got our team, young team, up and coming this year.
Yeah, and obviously Davion Singleton leading that Chapin team. In Class 4A, Riverside has reigned supreme for the last couple of years. I think we all agree it's probably going to be them, but maybe Austin, Bowie, perhaps Irvin can challenge them, Clint and Mountain View in a very tough district with some more Permian Basin teams. We'll see if they can maybe challenge Fabens as well. Sam, also some exciting players on the high school gridiron this year too.
Just like every year, I think the Sun City keeps on bringing up the talent level. Last year was awesome. This year, even better. I'll ask this to you first, Ed. Just what kid are you most excited to see this year on the gridiron?
It's hard to single out one, but when I think back to the end of last season and beating Odessa Permian here in El Paso, Gael Ochoa has led his team. I'm excited for his senior year.
Jason?
You know what? Listen, there's a lot of great players coming up, but Ray Estrada, he is just somebody that you do not come around every year. 1,100 yards last year. I think he's going to do a little bit better.
El Dorado kid, too.
I know, that was a bit hard for me to say, Sam.
Don't get him started. We'll be here all day if you get Sam started. We talked about some guys that are known commodities. Ed and Jason, what about maybe a kid who's an unknown commodity, an upcoming senior, maybe an upcoming junior, maybe it's a sophomore that isn't known around the city, but by the end of the year will be?
Yeah, well, for me, that's an easy choice. It's Lalo Carrillo from Canutillo. We saw what his brother could do last year as a senior. That bloodline is strong. Look for Lalo. He's going to be on both sides of the ball, helping Canutillo get that district championship.
Colin, I like Jordan Morales. I like the running back from Franklin. He had a great year last year. I think this year he's going to be his year where he hits 1,000 yards, balances out that offense for Shea. And Franklin, hey, watch out for them.
Yeah, that offensive line was a little start and go last year. It seems like they've really tooled that up and they could be a team. So Sam, let's get into it. The moment everybody's been waiting for.
Great players, great teams, right? That's a given. Team-wise, Ed, just what team do you have the highest expectations for this year?
I'm going to throw a little wrinkle in here. I've already mentioned Pebble Hills. don't discount Eastwood Troopers. They're troop this year.
Pebble Hills and Eastwood.
Make sure you get that on camera.
On record.
Yeah,
Jason?
Sam, I like Chapin. I feel like they're fully loaded this year. I think they have all the weapons on offense. Defensively, they're there. I think they're going to make a great run this year.
Davion Singleton, as a sophomore, can he get it done?
Absolutely.
All right.
And then we saw him. He put on a ton of muscle.
He did. He did.
put
So
on
did
a
Ryan
ton-
Estrada.
Yeah, I mean, these kids are going to be excited to watch and everything, so it should be fun.
Yeah, we cannot wait to get started with 9 Overtime. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Can't wait for the season. This is your crew on Friday nights in the fall. Do not miss 9 Overtime every Friday, 10:15 p.m. Andy Morgan will be back for our game of the week as well. We'll be right back after this break with more on our 9 Overtime Borderland football preview.